The Nigerian Film and Video Censors Board,
Yeah.
they have said they would not ban the movie.
Okay. I feel that there's...
Or do you think they should ban the movie?
No, not exactly. Is there a need for the movie to be banned? That's left to the state government and Nigerian Film and Video Censors Board, NMFCB or something. Yeah. I just feel that the producers of the movie, Jade, Oshibero, Banki W, and the rest of them, Tunde Demure, should probably issue a statement to apologize to the state government, then explaining that there was no intention to bring down the Eyo masquerade. There was no intention to denigrate it. There was no intention to rubbish something that Lagos holds in high esteem. It was just they were being creative, and
so they should apologize.
Yes, so because no, there's a need for apology,
and the apology should be done internationally as well.
Yes,
that's
just so that see these things are for record keeping. To say, because in 20 years somebody will go and bring these things out from the archive to say that apparently there was a time that a movie was done in Lagos that showed that Eyo could do this and this. But when you see a counter release that shows an apology, to say they actually apologized for this, so it tells you that it was a wrong narrative. It was just maybe not wrong to filmmakers. It was just to you understand. It was just it was all about creativity. So they should do that. And because the producers of these movies themselves, they are practically Yoruba people. So would they understand? They understand the culture. They understand these things. They should do what is right and what is expected.
all right. And we do hope that they will put out, a disclaimer saying it wasn't what they did was not what was intended.
Exactly. Let them celebrate the Eyo.
Now let's look at movie making in Nigeria and how we have sold ourselves. I mean, we see movies done in other climes. In some places, they let you know that love is the in theme. They hold strongly to love. In some other places, they hold strongly to the fact that you're an American. That no matter what happens, I am an American. You cannot harm me. Because, they have sold that. But here we see cases where a lot of times we are showing ritual killing. We are showing gangs, armed robbery, and now we have seen these things playing out. They have left the screens now. We have seen young people doing rituals and voodoo and those other things. Do you think the movie industry in Nigeria has negatively, over time, affected the mindset of Nigerians?
I would say yes. I would say yes. And I'll say yes at this point. Now, we're talking about Gang of Lagos. Let's do a comparison. Everybody knows that there's this gun running issue in America. You don't see it in their movies.
No. I will disagree.
See, when I say you don't see it in their movies, you hardly see an American movie where you see teenagers carry guns.
No, they have a lot of those.
Maybe I don't see so much of them.
Well, maybe you don't.
You understand? But the way they portray America for you makes it look like, that's the best place on earth. As a matter of fact, you are made to believe that America is as clean as anything.
That they do.
It's all about glamour. You see that part where you see an American say, "I'm an American." They make you feel that when you see an American anywhere in the world, you cannot touch them. So it has given this so much respect to them that even when they come to Africa,
they feel they are superior.
Not even they. The average African sees an American like a jewel. Now, and you're portraying yourself to them like you guys we're just
so we've basically sold ourselves cheap.
Yes. Yeah, then you see the part of the ritual killings and the rest of it. Even when I remember growing up, when you see a Nigerian movie and you see people do some funny things, you also want to, when you're done watching the movie, you now feel like one spirit has entered you. You want to exhibit, you want to display, you want to exhibit it. You are forming Spike the killer. These are things that kids grow with.
And that's how movie influences things. Children.
When I talked about the part of churches the other time, the white garment churches, that narrative had stayed for too long. Thanks to Yoruba movies.
All right. I hear that Dr. Victor is back with us. Do we still have Dr. Victor Ohai with us? All right, then I think we don't. Oh well. So going forward now. Okay, great, Doctor. Now you're also the president, Directors Guild of Nigeria. Looking at this movie from your perspective as a veteran, a professional, do you think somewhere in the movie, what would they have done differently to let the people know that, look, this was just a story we are telling. This is not how Eyo is. This is not how Eyo is done. This is just the story we are telling, and this is not the actual Eyo. Talking about the directing of the movie now. Take it from that perspective.
I right at the beginning of the movie, saying that everything in that movie, they took care of that it is fictional.
Okay.
So I think what they needed to do, they did. That disclaimer was there right from the beginning of the movie. So what it meant was just enjoy, have fun. What you're watching is fictional. It is not true. That disclaimer was there right from the beginning. Which is why I say when we go to watch movies or enjoy movies, we are willingly suspending disbelief. We know that this is not true. We know that this does not happen, but we are ready to enjoy it. People are flying in the sky. Of course, nobody flies. One man killed 1,000 people, an American soldier kills 1,000 enemies. Of course, we know it's not possible in real life, but we're willingly, suspending our disbelief. A car blows up. I mean, we are the only ones who kill a man and he walks on the street the next day. We have coffee with him the next morning. We willingly suspend our disbelief. I think that we should just let the industry go. I agree that this touched on a very sensitive topic, but what I think we should do is draw the industry even closer rather than condemn it, and then say, how can we work together? Okay, we have these festivals, we have this. How can we portray our culture in a better light? Don't forget that these are businessmen and women, and nobody is feeding them, nobody is giving them any money. We don't expect them to go and do. Of course, you can't go and do pornography in the name of saying you want to make money. You cannot go and portray, say your country is the worst in the world, just want to make money. Of course, I don't agree with that. And we, as a guild and as an industry, would never support that. But there are certain things that, I'm not talking about here now, but generally, we know that they are not necessarily true, but we enjoy them. It may be argued that some of these things help build perception. But that is also the reason why we should invest more in this industry, in the kind of movies that we want, support filmmakers who make the kind of films that we want to make, so that more films will, dominate and suppress the few that we think are not what exactly we want to see.
All right, then.
And by the way, I just saw my name of my name.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Victor Ohai. I was going to ask now, how is that a regulatory body that regulates the artistic liberty of an artist? How you can, what's the limits that you shouldn't cross? Is there a regulatory body?
Okay. Let me say this. Of course, we have the National Film and Video Censors Board under the wonderful direction of its executive director, Alhaji Adida. He's been doing an excellent job, and we've been working very closely with him as an industry. What we need to understand here is that this movie is not a movie targeted necessarily at the Nigerian market. It's online. You pay and willingly accept.
Okay.
You pay to view it. Okay? Yes, it's a subscription-based channel.
All right.
Okay, so it's not open to everybody. You decide this is like we talk about Big Brother. You decide I want to watch this. You pay your money and you watch it. It's not free. It's not available to just anybody. It is not based in Nigeria. So he cannot regulate it. It's out there. If you subscribe, you pay for it. If you don't want the content, you don't pay for it. So yes, there's a body to answer a question directly, and it does a wonderful job for movies that are in the Nigerian territory that are viewed here. But if, for instance, I stay in America or I do a movie for the global audience, the fact that I'm a Nigerian does not make me a criminal. You cannot now come and take me to put me in jail because I told a story. And I'm not talking about Eyo, I'm just talking generally. Okay? I do a story now and I put it out there for the world to see, and you say, you cannot come and begin to say, okay, I mean, this was not meant for a strictly Nigerian market. No. It's a global thing for a paid channel, only for those who subscribe to what. So you can call it private viewing. That's what this channel is.
All right, and I must thank you. We don't have any more time for this segment. We'll be moving on to the next segment, but I must say thank you very much, Dr. Victor Okai, who is a filmmaker, founder of the African Film and Broadcast Academy, and also President Directors Guild of Nigeria. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
International Academy, not African Film and Broadcast.
International Film Academy.
International Film and Broadcast Academy.
Oh, wonderful. International Film and Broadcast Academy. Thank you for that correction. And also, blogger, lifestyle enthusiast. You look great. I like the beards.
Thank you.
I like the beards. I've been speaking with. He's also an advocate of culture. That's talking about Ayobami Ladipo. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right then. So, going on to another part of the show up next this morning, with less than 40 days to go, the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on Wednesday approved a number of contracts running into billions of naira. In fact, we're looking at 1.5 billion naira or thereabouts for road construction. Well, that conversation comes up in a bit. Stay with us.